So I guess we are live. 9:04 a.m. on the Pacific clock, Thursday, July 16th, 2020. And we see now that the World Health Organization is spewing out more lies and bullshit and propaganda. And it's just a dog and pony show. And we're going to show you a video here in a minute to prove that. Cannot believe they're still spewing out all of this bullshit. Yes, I can. What am I talking about? Sure, I can believe it. It's amazing how much bullshit they're spewing about keeping our social distance and wearing our face mask and gloves and washing our hands and all of these other preparatory type of things that one would do in a real pandemic. This is, of course, a plandemic, was planned very well by the New World Order, by Bill Gates and Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birch and all of the rest of those idiots up there at the World Health Organization and the Centers for Disease Control. It's amazing, totally amazing. I cannot believe that there's so many people in the United States falling for all this bullshit. I have noticed that there are people standing up to the cops and standing up to the authorities, not wearing their mask in restaurants and different places. And I applaud those people for doing that. I applaud them for doing that. Even if every single one of them have to go to jail and bail themselves out and fight this in court, I completely agree. I went personally and got a letter from my doctor stating that I do not have to wear a mask because of my PTSD. And now my video is rolling. Okay, there it is back. I do not have to wear a mask because of my PTSD and my severe panic attacks and other things that I have going on, which I don't want to mention here. It's very private. But my doctor did give me a letter, and the letter works because it's Oregon statute. It's under Oregon statute, and it's under your state statute that you do not have to wear a mask if you feel that you're going to suffocate or have breathing problems or pass out or maybe have a seizure or some other problem. Your doctor will write you a letter. They have to write you a letter. And the state has to abide by that letter. They have to go by the letter of the law and the statute. I'm under the ADA, American Disabilities Act. So I'm going to show you the bullshit that they're spewing out there at the CDC, the World Health Organization. And you're going to be amazed if you're not a mainstream media buff and you believe everything that the mainstream media says, then you'll believe this. If not, you're going to see just how much bullshit they're spewing out. So here we go. Let's run the video.
Everyone on the planet needs to know what role they have to play and to be informed about what this virus is, where this virus is circulating, especially in the areas where you live, the areas where you work, the areas that you want to travel in. All of this is important. There's so much that you can do yourself to protect yourself from getting infected and to prevent yourself from passing the virus on to others. And please make good choices. I know that there are a lot of things that we want to be doing right now, but there aren't necessarily a lot of things that we need to be doing right now. There are many people, essential workers, who cannot stay at home. There are many people who are caring for patients in hospitals who cannot stay at home. And if you can, and if you can help, and if you are asked to, please stay home. You can practice physical distancing from others. You can avoid crowded places. You can avoid enclosed settings that have poor ventilation. You can clean your hands. You can practice respiratory etiquette. You can wear a mask if you cannot do physical distancing. Everyone has a role to play. And this is far from over. So we all have to play our part.
Did you notice how she said this is far from over? No, you're right. She's right. It has just begun. This is the tip of the iceberg. 70,000 plus people out, COVID trackers, COVID tracers coming to your home, invading your privacy, sticking probes in your nose, sticking probes in your mouth, taking your temperature, asking you questions that are very private questions. Looking at your home if you let them in, if you're stupid enough to let them in, checking out your home, your environment, and putting you on GPS and noting whether you are an anti-vaxxer or not. They may even be coming with the vaccinations eventually in hand to give you a vaccination right there on scene and your children. If you do not comply with these rules, these so-called statutes, so-called laws, um, your children can be taken away from you and put in CPS custody, foster care custody, and you can be taken away. Your children can be taken away. Your grandparents can be taken away. Your roommate can be taken away. Whoever may be visiting with you at the time can be taken away. And they're also going to ask you to tattle on all of your neighbors and all of your friends and coworkers as to who you've been around in the last 14 days or so. And they want phone numbers and addresses and all that kind of thing, names. So be careful. They're coming. This is Nazi Germany now. We are under Marxist rule. We are under fascist rule. And they are coming. And we haven't gotten through the Black Lives Matter, Antifa, Black Panther situation yet. There's going to be more rioting. There's going to be more destruction of property. And there's going to be more people hurt with all of these violent tactics that these radical groups are using. So be prepared and be ready for that. Be locked and loaded. And do not, I repeat, do not let these people in your home. Do not let these COVID tracers in your home. Do not even let them on your porch. Tell them you do not consent. Get off my property. You are trespassing. Get off my property now, or there will be severe consequences. That's what I came to say today. I hope you listen. If you don't, you're stupid and you're clueless, and you need to do your research, and you need to figure out how you're going to handle this situation if you do believe me, because they are coming. And once they give you that shot, you are going to be a cyborg. You are going to turn into a machine, and Bill Gates is going to own you because he owns all of the patents on all of this DNA manipulation and all of this splicing and all of these other things that are going on with the ribonucleic factor as well as the deoxyribonucleic factor. And he is in control of the blockchain, and he will have all of your information. All of your information, if you take the vaccine, will be transported, transferred, overloaded, uploaded, downloaded to a machine, to artificial intelligence, and all of that information will go into a major database and be used against you at a future time or even in the present time. So do not let these COVID tracers in your home. Do not let them in your yard. Run them off. Run them away. Tell them to go away now, or there will be severe consequences. That's what I came to say today, and I'll be back for more later. Take care.